Well, hello, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to do something a little differently. It is Sunday, and typically I don't record or edit or anything like that on a Sunday. It's a day for my family. Either we eat leftovers or whatever the case may be. Today I was going to be doing two different kind of a dump and go things, so I thought it might make for a good video. They're kind of short to be doing alone, so I'm going to put them together. First, we're going to make some takeout food. We're making beef and broccoli with gravy over rice, and then we're going to make a dump and go peach cobbler, and I got a little bit of ice cream to top it off with. So let's get it, let's go heat up the pot and the crock pot. Let's go. Okay, here's everything mostly that you're going to need, because I need some broccoli and I don't have any, so I have to go to the store and get it. But I will add it into the picture later. So what we're making is beef and broccoli in the crock pot. What you're going to need is the crock pot, of course, beef, soy sauce, brown sugar, white rice, garlic, some cornstarch, and a touch of sesame oil. Now I have beef consomme and I have beef broth. I haven't decided which one I want to use. I'm probably going to go with the beef broth, but if you don't have beef broth, you could do the beef consomme, or you can even use bouillon. So let's get right to it. All right, so it's 1.5 pounds, and I'm going to chop it up against the grain. It makes for a more tender cut. It's still a little frozen, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get through it. You do want it a little bit on the frozen side, but not frozen solid. So let me chop this up and I'll be right back. All right, I chopped up that 1.5 pounds. Some of them are still frozen, but I got it. It's okay. It's gonna take a long time to cook. It'll thaw out in there. So let me reposition and I'll show you what to do. Okay, I decided I'm gonna use the beef broth. We're gonna add 1.5 cups of beef broth. I did spray the sides. I don't know why, I just do. 1.5 cups of beef broth. 1/2 cup of soy. A tablespoon of garlic. It's good enough, that's in there. 1/3 cup brown sugar. Try not to get it in there in a clump. I'm thinking about doubling the gravy, because my family loves a lot of gravy. So if you come back later and I doubled it, that's why. Okay, tablespoon of W sauce, Worcestershire, and a tablespoon of sesame oil. Not a lot. A little bit goes a long way. I'm even scared to add the whole tablespoon. It goes far. Yeah, I'm going to stop at 1/2 tablespoon until I'm sure I need it. Give that a little bit of the whisk. Whiskey. Yeah, I'm going to double that because they like way more gravy than that. Let me pause right here for a moment. Okay, so I doubled everything except for the oil, the sesame oil, and that's it. Oh, I didn't add more garlic. I left the garlic alone. Then I'm going to add the 1.5 pounds of meat. Sorry, I'm trying not to splash on myself. The only thing I have not added yet is, well, two things. One is the broccoli, and the other is the cornstarch. I'll add that later. Sometimes I add half now and then half later. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I'm in a later kind of a mood. Yeah, see, that's a lot of gravy. If you like a lot of gravy, then double it. If you don't, leave it like it was. All right, so I'm gonna put that on low for about 4 hours. We'll come back and check on it. Okay, we're coming down the home stretch here. I have some cornstarch that we taken out earlier. I have 3 tablespoons already right here. Here's the 4th one. And then we're gonna take 4 tablespoons of the juice because we're gonna thicken it all. Listen, here's the honest truth. I was looking at the meat and I'm like, that looks a little bit like it's gonna be tough the way it was looking. And I ate one. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy it is. Or should I say, yummy, yummy, yummy. I said it. I did. Look at that. I hope it doesn't get too thick, but yes, I'm following the recipe. 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna give that a good shimmy shake. I gotta add the broccoli back in, not back in, I haven't added it yet. I got a bag of broccoli. It's thawed, kind of, mostly. Oh, it's so hot, this thing is like losing its lid. I wanna add this before I add the broccoli so I can get a good shake in there. Let me pause for a minute while I shake this up. All right. So I gave it a good shake. Wanted to go everywhere. And we're just gonna add that right in. Give her a nice little whisk with the meat in there. Then we're gonna add the broccoli. Let me zip it open here. And we're gonna add the broccoli right in there. Just don't want it to come rolling out. Now, if you make it, remember that I made mine with more gravy than it was supposed to, because we like lots of gravy in ours. So, I'm gonna let that sit for about, it's on low, maybe a half hour. I'm doing something else, so while that's going, this will be thickening up. Okay, here's everything you're going to need for that dump cake and more. You're going to need cake mix. You could use white cake mix. You could use yellow cake mix. You could use spice cake mix. Doesn't matter. Whatever whatever cake mix toots your horn, that's the one you use. You need 2 big cans of peaches in heavy syrup, light syrup, whatever syrup you want. This is what I have. This is what I'm going with. You need a cup of butter. And this is optional. This is something for the top. Some ground cinnamon and some brown sugar. You don't need this. This is extra. There's also another way you can make this, but you'd need a little extra butter. Would be if you used this in place of the peaches. So whichever you have, whatever way you want to do it, but I'm telling you, if you use the pie filling peach, you're going to need a little bit of extra butter on the top. Maybe a quart. If it calls for a half cup, you probably would need 3/4 cup. So let's get it, let's go. Let me show you how to make this thing. We're going to spray down the pan and the sides. Okay, good to go. We don't want it sticking, even though it does stick. Now I opened up all 3 of the cans, but I took out a half a cup of the juice. I reserved it. Okay? It's just that one can here that I reserved the juice out of. Well, some of the juice. These aren't the best looking peaches, but what do you want from the dollar store? Not gonna get a whole lot much better than that. Can number 2. This is can number 3. It's a lot of juice. Can number 3. Ooh, those are big. Oh, it's a different brand. This is one I had in my pantry. See, those ones look much better, don't they? Okay, so we're just gonna smear them around. Mix them big ones through with those dollar store little ones. Okay, on top of this, we're just going to add our cake mix. This is a cake mix that I have. Be careful, do not mix it. Put it on top, but do not mix. Okay, so we're just gonna start drizzling this on top. Just all the way across the top of the cake. Best you can, getting it all the way around to the edges. I'm doing it nice and slow. Okay, so the cake mix is all in there and it's all on the counter and my hands and everything else. But that's how you're gonna know it's gonna be good. Because I say, the messier I make it, the better it is. So we're just gonna smear this around a bit. We are not going to mix it. Now when I do other dump cakes, I mix the butter and the cake together because sometimes you get these little dry spots. But today I'm not going to do that because I'm doing something else and I'm hoping that that will be enough that it won't matter. And so what? If we have a couple dry spots, we got a couple. Okay, so that's the best I could do without actually getting in there and messing it up. What you do now is you're going to pour a half a cup. Well, people cut the butter patties. You could do it any way you want. You want to slice up butter patties going across the whole thing? Do that. But I'm going to do it this way. It's not going to soak right in, so don't expect that it will. That's better. Because you want to get it as even as you can. But you'll see what I'm going to do that's different than the other dump cakes. Okay, in this bowl here, this is the extra step. It's not necessarily that you have to do it. I have a 1/3 cup of brown sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Mixing that up. Can you see that? I don't even know. So I'm just mixing that in. All right, so here's the half a cup of pineapple juice. Peach juice that I reserved, and I'm pouring it all over the top, just like we did with the other. Now you can move it around, just don't mix it. So now I have the cinnamon and brown sugar. You can use nutmeg too. Yeah, for a minute I thought I wasn't recording. It wants to come because it smells the sweet, right? This is going to be a nice crumbly top, or a nice, I don't know what you want to call it. Get out of here. See, they're all coming. All right, so I'm going to add this to my already preheated oven, 350 degrees to up to 40 minutes. Trying to make sure those gnats don't come back because nobody wants that in their food. Okay, I'm gonna cover it and in the oven it goes. I touch it, she's so hot. She is bubbling and percolating and doing all those yummy, yummy, yummy things. I cannot wait to cut into that. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. But hello! Back for the taste test.
Number 2.
Number 2.
This is my first time eating a semi-real ice cream.
Yes, this is Breyer's non-dairy ice cream. Tastes like my vanilla. It is very, very, very close. Let's go. Let's go for it. A little bit of peach, a little bit of cake, a little bit of ice cream. He's never had it before, guys. Any of it. Mmm. Oh my goodness. Decadent. That's like decadent? Is that how you say it?
It's heaven.
Oh.
Dense.
That's really good. Oh my goodness. I don't want to stop.
I don't want to stop eating.
I can't stop.
Once
One more bite and then we'll be out of here. Mmm. 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 Yep. That's it. Okay. Gotta feed the kids now. See you later. Bye. Okay, so dinner is over. How did we do? Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. There's some left. We have this. And we have rice. This is a Hillshire Farms small container of lunch meat. This is full. This is a little bit less than half. But, oh my goodness, are we full. We have to even wait for dessert. So, there you have it. I hope you try it. I know you'll like it because it was delicious. And hey, if you wouldn't mind, click on my face and become a subscriber. See you later. Bye.